Anthony Laporta Jr. In-home fitness and health. It's all about health, happiness, and success. So this video is something very important to me. I hope this brings you value, and I hope this opens your mind and makes you think and question things a little bit more for yourself, okay? So in the health area, I think most importantly, nutrition is king, right? Exercise is queen, the nutrition is king. Whether it's your weight loss, even muscle gain, fat loss, overall health, it really is about the nutrition. And I'm glad as a profession, both trainers and nutrition specialists have evolved in the time I've been a trainer. April will be 16 years that I am a full-time paid professional trainer. I've had certifications for about 20 years now. August will be 9 years that I am working for myself with in-home fitness and health. And really in those 9 years, I've taken a lot more focus on my nutrition. Between age 40 and 50, that's become even more important. And it's always been my weak spot. So this is about scientific studies. With the industry I'm in evolving, both training and nutrition, a lot of people in this field, my colleagues have gotten, show me the science, show me the studies, show me the research, scientific based. And I'm glad that we're no longer just bro science, meaning, hey, a couple of dudes did this in the gym, made their body look good, so everybody else does that, right? No, it's definitely way more scientific. You can have a degree, you can have high-level certifications, and they are in many ways based on scientific research, good studies. But that said, what I want everyone to understand is that in this country specifically, and in many other parts of the world, research is not done to increase the overall well-being of mankind. No, it's usually funded by a company, a corporation, a group, a person that they have a vested interest financially in the outcome of the study, right? So they're trying to sell a product. They're trying to promote a way of life. They're trying to promote a way of eating. They're trying to sell their supplement or their training program or their exercise equipment, whatever it may be. So you hear about the average study participant burned this number of calories, or, this gives you cancer, or that helps you burn fat, or millions of different things, right? Now, I'm not saying all research is bad, but what I'm saying is that, and I'm talking mostly about nutrition right now because that's what prompted this. Vegan, vegetarian, and carnivore. That's about as 180 as you can get. And then everywhere in the middle is going to be your omnivore, meaning you eat everything. You're going to have your paleo people. You're going to have your calorie people. You're going to have all these different people. And when I say people, I mean highly paid, well-educated experts in the field. And guess what? They're all disagreeing. And they all have studies that they can cite about how they're right and you're wrong. We can look at very simplistic things. Is milk good or bad? I know I can go and get supposedly well done studies proving milk is good and proving milk is bad. Same for red meat. And guess what? These days, even same for fruit and vegetables. Okay? There's no one way is best in nutrition. And unfortunately for us, hopefully you have half a brain and you have some time. If we're not just talking about weight loss, we're talking about long-term health as well as performance in both life or maybe in a competitive sport. It becomes more complicated and way more individualized. People quote like the science is clear. Bull crap. It is not clear. Dr. Sean Baker, Dr. Palladino, these guys would be on the carnivore side. Dr. Joel Furman, Dr. Kahn. I love these guys. Mark Hyman, they would be more on the vegetarian side, and countless others. And the research is equally mounting on both sides to support their claims. They argue with each other. Listen, it's very hard to become a true doctor, a medical professional. These are very intelligent people. But you know what? When many doctors and nutrition specialists were surveyed about scientific research, they're reading the excerpts. They're reading what's in the scientific journal. They're not even reading the entire study and looking at how it was created and how the questions were worded. I have a degree in physical therapy, and then I have my first degree in business communication. You know what we learned in business communication? What a good survey looks like, and then how can we legally, and maybe not ethically, but legally slant the questions so that we get more of the answers we want, right? If I'm trying to prove Coke is better than Pepsi, or if I'm trying to prove vegetarian is better than red meat, I can slant the study to get more favorable responses. And a lot of these are not controlled environment. There's no studies where we have 100 people randomly chosen that are doing vegetarian, and 100 randomly chosen are doing paleo, and 100 are doing keto, and another 100 are doing full carnivore. And then we're checking blood work, and we're checking their performance levels, and we're doing this over the course of 5 years. Like, these things don't exist. It's more like, hey, you claim to be vegetarian or you claim to be keto, and how have you felt in the 1, 3, 5 years that you've done it? How is your this, that, and the other? And we're going off of that. Some are more detailed. I'm not going to say they're not. But my point is this. Yes, you can cite research. And listen, if you're in the paleo group, everything you go to, they're going to be showing you more research supporting what they sell, their books, their products, their programs. And if you go to the carnivore group or if you go to the vegetarian group, they are doing the same thing. I don't consider myself in any of those groups. I look at all of the groups. I'm open, not be dogmatic and trained only for what I like. You know what works best for me? Intermittent fasting with some prolonged fasting and a low carb into keto. And I'm actually analyzing for myself, anecdotally, the carnivore world. I don't coach my clients that way. We talk about what has worked for them and hasn't worked for them in the past. And then we explore the options on the table. I help them choose an option. And then I coach them with that option. You have to be open-minded to that, and you have to realize. I had a trainer I worked with at New York Sports Club back in 1999. One of my first jobs in a gym. I didn't stay there. I wasn't full-time. But he was an older guy, like early 60s, in fantastic shape, perfect skin, still had a full head of hair. The guy was an amazingly intelligent human being, a ton of clients. And he said, you know what, Ant? The only nutrition research that I trust is translated Russian text from the 80s. Why? Because their only goal was to build a better athlete, to win the Olympics, and to have better soldiers. Okay? If that meant you're going to eat grass from the backyard and kill a bear with your hands and eat its heart, that's what they wanted. Okay? They didn't care about, we'd like to sell whey protein, or we'd like to sell casein, or we'd like to sell pea protein, or we want you to buy our program. No, they wanted the best possible athlete. And I don't know where he got that info. I lost touch with him. I wish I could access that info now, because that makes sense to me, right? Use common sense. Meat and Dairy Association, they're pretty strong. How about the people behind coffee? How about the people behind packaged goods and cereals? These are billion-dollar industries that have money to do a survey, to do a study, and present the findings that are amicable to selling their products. They don't even have to lie. They can structure the study so they win. They can omit details that go against them when they give you just the report. So you have to not just look at the report, then you have to go find the study, and then you have to review it, and then you have to analyze, was everything done correctly? And I mean, like, look at the Game Changers. They missed a huge opportunity because they had a lot of great info. But most of what they presented was done horribly. The blood work, the measuring of the guys and their erections, the talking about Connor, like so much in there was they extracted what would help them, and they presented what would appeal to your heart and to your emotional side. And it was constructed completely incorrectly. And I've got 2 or 3 videos from high intelligent experts disputing step by step everything in the movie. And I'm sorry to say, I agree with that. Vegetarian can be healthy. You got to be really intelligent to mix and match your foods to get complete proteins. Chances are you're also doing quite a bit of supplementation. And the guy who ran the movie just happens to own the largest plant-based supplement company in the world. A little conflict there, or maybe a little bit one-sidedness as to what you're going to promote. Understand that when you're looking at the research, you know what the best research is? You. You are the best research, okay? You want to lose weight, be healthy, and live longer. Number one, log your food. Pretty easy to understand. Eliminate everything processed. Stick to as close to whole, real food as you can, okay? Then you're going to look at what suits your needs from the macronutrients of carbohydrates, protein, and fat. Again, staying with real whole food as best you can, like 90% of the time. And then over the course of, let's just be realistic here, 6, 12, 18 months, you can modify your calories and where they come from, and then determine, how do you look? How do you feel? How do you perform? How do you sleep? How are your bowel movements? How is your mood? How are your energy levels? And finally, your blood work. If you're willing to do that, you will be the living study, and you will have the best chances of being healthy, happy, and successful. Do not take any research at face value. It doesn't mean we throw away every study and every piece of research, but you take it with a grain of salt. I believe humans can be vegetarian, omnivore, and carnivore, and be healthy and be happy and be successful. The question is, which one is right for you? And are you open-minded enough to find it? Are you willing to take the time and energy to figure it out? That's up to you. And I would love to help you do that. So if you want to be with an open-minded trainer who also will coach you on nutrition and lifestyle to be healthy, happy, and successful, contact me. Let's schedule a free consultation. Have a great night, everybody.